All right, so what I want to do in this video are go over some actual use cases that you can do with your clone. Because you may have the experience of implementing what you've learned in the previous lessons, creating your clone, and then thinking, okay, cool, what do I do with this? And the good news is that there's a lot that you can do with your clone. All I want to do in this fast start training is give you a bunch of ideas. And hopefully by the end of this, you have some ideas that you get excited about and know exactly how to go out and implement those ideas. In general, the biggest use cases are going to involve content, training, and marketing. This can be inward facing, outward facing. If you look at Onyx Clone, for example, at every part of the business, he is using his AI clones, whether it's outwardly facing to customers or prospects, or even inwardly facing with his team. He is consistently using his clones. And I'm going to give you some ideas on exactly how to do this. So let's talk first specifically about the audio clone. If all you do is go into 11 Labs and create your audio clone, well, what can you do with that? The good news, there are a lot of things you can do with that. You can do faceless training. If you're looking at this training, for example, this is primarily slides. You are currently hearing an actual human voice here, but there's no reason why you couldn't have your 11 Labs audio clone narrating slides like this. So this could be with training you offer your customers. It can also be training that you do internally with your team. And let's say you're the CEO of your company and you got a lot going on. You could have a team member use your audio clone to create your course content, for example. And that saves you an enormous amount of time. It allows you to truly outsource that very time intensive part of the business. Same applies with content for social media or YouTube, right? You can create faceless YouTube videos that have slides, that have images, etc., like this. Same with social media posts and videos or short videos like on TikTok, for example. You can do full-fledged podcasts. What's really cool nowadays with 11 Labs is that you can actually generate full podcast episodes. The V3 model, which is currently, again, in alpha and needs a lot of work, in the future, it's going to become very easy for you to alternate between different voices. You can even just have like full-fledged conversations of two people talking. But for now, I think the best use case for a podcast is to have just one presenter and use your voice clone with the V2 model. But you can put out full podcast episodes with your voice clone. Multilingual content. So if you have an audience, or at least you want to appeal to an audience from around the world, which with 11 Labs, you can take audio that you've recorded, for example, in English, and get a Spanish version and a French version and a German version, and it can retain your original voice. And that's a technology that's just getting better and better and better. So if you think about it, you may have like a course, for example, like this, where you have slides and it's primarily just your voice. With 11 Labs, it's pretty easy now to take that course audio, translate it into other languages, and now you can sell that course to other people, right? And remember, this also applies to your marketing. So let's say you have a video sales letter on your sales page and it's primarily images and slides. You can translate that to another language, and boom, now you have actual sales material that's going out to that whole new audience. With sales outreach, we have seen examples of companies who like to do personalized outreach. You can do that with your voice clone. You can have a personalized voice message created that goes out to a prospect that you're trying to reach out to. And then finally, with your brand voice, if you have, let's say on your support page, you have used AI technology to be able to provide customized support responses, automated support responses to people. You could have the brand voice of your company's leader be the voice of the AI that is given responses to the customers. Now, this admittedly is a much more advanced strategy, and I don't want you, if you're not in that place right now, don't even begin thinking about that. But I just want to kind of get your creative juices flowing so you can see the possibilities in the future if you keep building on your clone. Now let's talk about what happens if you integrate audio, right? If you implement the strategies that I shared about creating an image to video clone or a video to video clone. Well, now you're talking about long form YouTube videos like Onyx has on his Onyx and Gall YouTube channel. You're talking about creating TikTok, shorts, reels for social media. You're talking about introductions to course training. So you may have a course like this, and boom, you can put out your video clone as a personalized introduction to your training videos. You can do engagement with your audience, right? So you can, send out emails or even social media posts where you have messages to your audience where it's boom, you on the screen talking to your audience. It is really powerful when it comes to promotions and advertising. Marketing is one of our strongest use cases. Most of the ads that you see from Onik nowadays are AI produced. That's his video clone. And we are putting up those ads on Facebook and other platforms, and they're generating real leads to our business. And they're saving him an enormous amount of time. So these are some powerful use cases for video. And I want to be clear, like you can use your audio clone in these videos, right? You saw that with HeyGen, how you can upload audio that you've created in ElevenLabs. Or if you don't want to do that, you can use your own audio, right? You can record the audio yourself. But nevertheless, being able to save all that time of filming is incredibly valuable, especially if you're a busy person. I want to be clear. I've given you a bunch of use cases here because I want your creative juices to flow, but I don't want you to think that you need to go out and implement all of these. In fact, I don't recommend implementing all these right away. I recommend picking and choosing the ones that resonate the most with you right now and focus on implementing those first. And we're going to be building out training in the Circle community that's going to be covering many of these use cases. So those are some of the most powerful use cases for your clone. I hope your creative juices are flowing, and I hope with the previous training you know what you need to do to get out and start creating your clone. We are, of course, here to support you. Please utilize this community. Please utilize the open office hours. And when the training is available, please utilize the training as well to be able to get the information that you need to implement these strategies.